you hold my hand, look me in the eyes. You and me, yeah, that's all I need, and I'll be alright. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer. I wanna stay here with you. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. Be who you are and you'll be enough. If you're giving me your love, giving me your love.
Okay, so this morning we have Jace's redo 2-year checkup. After last time I went, right before Christmas, they told me he couldn't even be seen because he wasn't technically 2 yet. And well, today is the appointment that they rescheduled that one for, so this time we should be good to actually be seen. To finally see, everyone always asks me how much he weighs because my little sister is 5 months younger than him. And she was born prematurely, and she feels / has gotten possibly heavier than him. And my cousin's baby, who is like a year younger than him, is also heavier than him. And everyone's always asking me how much he weighs, and I'm like, I have no freaking idea, because the last time he was weighed was at his 18-month appointment, and he was like 23 pounds then, and well, now he is 24 months old. And I don't know how much he weighs, so we're gonna find out how big he is now. And I also need to try and schedule the girls' checkups, because it's telling me that they're due for checkups, but it's confusing because when we first moved to South Carolina, it took me a while to get the insurance figured out and to get their records sent over. So their well checks got off schedule like a lot by like 6-ish months, and like 6+ months. So when they finally did get to have their well checks after we moved here, it was like 6+ months after their actual birthday. So now every well check is messed up because there has to be a year in between them. So because London was born in August and Ashton was born in June, and I'm pretty sure they didn't end up going to their well checks until January or February. So Ashlyn turned 4 in June, and she still needs her 4-year checkup. And London turned 6 in August, and she still needs her 6-year checkup. So I need to try and schedule those. I think it's about time for them to have them. I think they're due to have it this month or next month. So I tried to schedule it last time whenever she was rescheduling me for this appointment, but she said you can only schedule up to 2 kids for like 1 appointment time. So it was like I would have to do 2 and then 1 appointment, which like that's fine. I can just do Jace's and then do the girls together. And I was gonna go ahead and schedule that, but then because I said I wasn't gonna do one with Jace, she was like, well, you can just schedule that when you come in for his appointment in 2 weeks. And I'm like, the whole point for me kind of was to get on the schedule now so I don't have to wait as long, because if I get on the schedule now, you can get me in sooner versus if I have to wait 2 weeks to get put onto the schedule, and the schedule could still be another 2 weeks out. It's kind of like I'm gonna be stuck waiting even longer, you know? I feel like there aren't usually booked out so bad. It must have been because of the holidays. So I guess I'm hoping that they won't be booked as bad. like your band-aid came off.
I have to say it after that.
Wait a second. I need to make sure if I updated the pharmacy. He passed his vision test. He was 24.8 pounds, so he's still a little guy. Last time he was like 23 something. So he's little and he's short. He was 33.5 inches. But he's on with his growth curve, so it's like it's fine. He's just small. So I asked her about the skin on his face, like his cheeks get really red and irritated and bumpy, like eczema basically. And like everything that I've tried multiple different creams and like Aquaphor and things like that, and nothing ever helps. So she did prescribe him like a topical steroid to put on it to hopefully fix that. And then we were talking about his speech, and I was saying how like sometimes I do get a little concerned that he's behind when it comes to his speech. So she said she would go ahead and just put in a referral for that, just to be safe, I guess. And then when she was checking him out, he did surprisingly have an ear infection in his right ear, which I had no idea, wouldn't have even thought, because he was sick. He was sick almost 2 weeks ago. He had a fever like the first 2 days, and then the fever went away, and it was just like a cough and runny nose, and like that started to get better. So I never would have guessed, like, because he hasn't had a fever in basically a week and a half, so I never would have guessed that he had an ear infection. And he hasn't been showing any other signs. He hasn't been fussing about it. He hasn't been messing with it. Nothing. So I was like, okay. So she had to prescribe him amoxicillin too. Which is why I'm like, I already have to go to the pharmacy today because I still need to pick up my prescriptions. And I'm really hoping that I changed his pharmacy in their system to this pharmacy too. Because the old pharmacy is a lot further away, like it's literally out by the old house. So let's just hope that I changed the pharmacy whenever I filled out the forms the other day. I don't remember if it even asked. So, and she didn't confirm like which pharmacy, and I can't find it on my account anywhere, so I don't really know. And it's not showing up on my CVS app yet because like I'm guessing it hasn't gone through. We just left. But we're gonna run into Aldi since it's right behind the doctor's office. We're supposed to have some sort of cold front tomorrow, I think, and people are speculating if we might get a little bit of snow. This is the south. And apparently London has a half day tomorrow now because of that. Which is weird because usually the conditions are worse in the morning than they are in the afternoon. So like, usually you do a delay, not an early dismissal, but yeah, so I have to pick up the birth control and the Zoloft. And she said she was going to prescribe me like a tretinoin, and then she was like, I'm going to prescribe this one because your insurance is more likely to take it. But the pharmacy says that it's still pending because they're requesting an alternative prescription from the prescriber because of insurance. But when I look up the name of it online, it's literally an over-the-counter thing. It's called Adapaline, 0.1% gel, and it's literally, you can get it over the counter. So I just went ahead and ordered it for myself because I've been waiting days for it to be resolved, and I'm not trying to keep coming back and forth from the pharmacy. So I just went ahead and ordered it. It appears I'm probably going to have to come back out probably tomorrow or something. I don't know. I'd rather not have to come out of my way again to come to the same place. But I can't just like not give him the antibiotics. Like I need to get the antibiotics and get him started as soon as possible so that I can get rid of the ear infection. It's not like I can just be like, oh, I can wait until Monday whenever I'm gonna be on this side of town again. No, like he needs the antibiotics. And I called them to try and ask and I had to leave a message, and it's probably gonna take them a while to get back to me, so. Picking up for Santa. Could you also check? Could you check if you have anything for Jake? Okay, thank you. Basically, as soon as I got settled back at the house earlier, I got a message from the pharmacy saying they received the prescription, which luckily it was to the right pharmacy, but still it doesn't say it's ready yet anyways, so I'm probably gonna have to go out tomorrow to get that. I literally just put resistance bands on my shopping list, and luckily enough, when I was at Aldi today, I actually found some there. So I got this pack of like resistance bands. It has 5 of them, and they're all different strengths. And then there was this, I don't know if this is also called a resistance band, or I don't know, one of these things. Hopefully I don't smack myself with it. And they were only $4.99 a piece, so I definitely got a good deal with that versus what I would have probably paid at Walmart. And I need to set an alarm for my medicine.
Do you need an alarm for my school wake up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Zoloft did usually make me, I should pick one specific.
Bingo.
I can make it a song.
What now? What after, Mom? There are...
Oh, heard that one. I do remember the Zoloft making me nauseous, so I think I will be taking it at night. And because the birth control needs to be taken at the same time every day, I need to pick a time that I can reliably take it at the same time, because it's like I can't choose to take it like super early in the morning, because sure, I get up at like 6:30 on the weekdays, but when Luna doesn't have school, I'm not gonna be up that early. And it's like midday, I never know where I'm gonna be somewhere. So my best bet is going to probably be bedtime to take that as well. So I guess that kind of just makes it easier anyways. The time that makes the most sense for me to take the birth control is at night, I'm gonna just take the Zoloft at night, and hopefully that'll help with the nausea too. So that's just what makes the most sense to me. But I'm not gonna do it until 8 because it's closer to when I start like getting ready to go to sleep. Like, sure, I'll be in bed, but doesn't mean I'm not going to sleep. And also, I'm not always back by 6:30, especially on dance night. So like, I don't want to make it early evening and risk me not being like me being back home or something. I feel like 8 is more of a time where I'd be more likely to always be back at home by that time. I'm sure there's gonna be like certain situations where I'm not, but for the most part, I should always be here ready to go to bed by 8. God damn it, they found that microphone. The thing has been hidden for 2 weeks. It's been hidden for 2 weeks and they just found it.
Dada, mama, 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 mama. Dada, let me say something.
Okay.
Let me say something.
Trying to get done.
What do you want to say? Don't put your lips on it.
I'm actually quite nervous for some reason to take this. I got my panoxyl stuff in today. It's the adapalene stuff I was talking about. Adapalene, I don't know how you're supposed to say it. And I already put it on. She told me to start out doing it like once a week and work my way up because it can be very drying. And then I'm supposed to like layer my moisturizer on top, which see, I don't understand the logistics of layering skincare, because to me, if I like put one thing on my skin and then I put something else on my skin, how does it not just like all mix together and like not really work? Because the doctor said the same thing about Jace today. She prescribed him like a hydrocortisone cream and she was like, you can put it on his face and rub it in at nighttime. Oh, what am I doing? I wasn't supposed to get this. I was doing my freaking moisturizer. Yeah, this acne is ridiculous. It goes all down my neck. It goes, like, I get some on my chest. I've been getting some on my, like, shoulders and my back. Obviously, it's all over my face. I'm tired of it. Anyway, she was like, yeah, put the hydrocortisone cream on his face at night, and then you can follow it up with your Aquaphor, because I was saying how I was putting Aquaphor on it. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, how does that work, though? Like, if I were to put a cream on his face and then cover it with thick Aquaphor, how does it not just mix all together? I don't get it. Like, if you let it set between, sure, I guess, but still. I don't know. Anyways, let's see. These are only 50 milligrams. Before, I was taking 150, but you kind of have to work your way up. I forgot to mention this last time, but she scheduled me a follow-up in 6 weeks. Dude, I'm so scared about this. And I'm kind of confused about it, trying to figure out if it matters when I start, because my period isn't due for like over a week. And like, I've been trying to figure out like if it matters. And basically from what I've read, the only thing, like the only difference it makes is apparently if you start taking it the first day of your period, it is immediately effective. But if you like start taking it a few days after your period, you have to wait like at least a week or something like that. But I'm not like, my period's still over a week out, so like I'm not worried about it not being immediately effective. But I don't want to like, because like there's the 3 rows of pills and there's the placebo pills. Does it matter when you take the placebo pills? Like, is it supposed to line up with like a certain point in your cycle? But from what I read, it seemed like it would be okay if I just went ahead and started it instead of waiting over a week for my period to come, as long as I'm not like assuming that it's gonna be effective right now because I'm taking it. Here's to the first birth control in over 7 years.
Then stick to the facts and evidence. Do not try to introduce new material.
I probably, if it weren't for my skin, I probably could have gone the rest of my life avoiding birth control.
Give me love, give me all your love, give me all your love.